This is my audience. Picture this. You just got home from the gym and you are feeling great about yourself. But the only problem is that your clothes are smelling a little bad. So when you get home, you throw those clothes into the washer. But did you know that those sweaty clothes could be harming our environment? It's not only our sweaty clothes, but our food packagings, cosmetics, and our cleaning products as well. They all contain something called nanosilver. I'm sure you've never probably heard of it. Well, you're in luck because today I'm going to inform you on what nanosilver is and what it is used for. You're probably considering or confused about why this is significant to you. Well, it could be harming our environment and in turn harming humans. So first, I'm going to tell you about what nanosilver is and what it is used for, its possible effects on the environment, and its possible effects on humans. Today, I've researched studies done by reputable researchers and found facts from credible sources. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is what nanosilver is and what it is used for. Nanosilver is a very small particle. According to Bernd Nowak, EMPA of the Swiss Federal Laboratories for Materials Science and Technology, in his 2011 journal, 120 Years of Nanosilver History, Implications for Policy Marvel, nanosilver has a diameter of about 7 to 9 nm, which is 1/1000th of a meter. And it's been around for decades, about 120 years exactly, and this is what triggered lots of its research. It also has a high production rate of about 320 tons produced each year. From these high production rates, it is obvious that nanosilver is used very often. As stated by Georges Sautrou and Sautrous Pratnesis, researchers at ETH Zurich on process and mechanical engineering in their 2011 journal, Engineering Nanosilver as an Antibacterial Biosensor and Bioimaging Material, nanosilver is considered to be one of the most commonly used engineered nanomaterials. One of its main uses is in medical applications. So let's say you go to the doctor and you have a surgery. You're usually given an antibiotic to prevent infection after that surgery, but sometimes your body will resist those antibiotics, so you're given another one that contains passive protection materials, and in those passive protection materials there is nanosilver because it will kill bacteria and prevent sickness. It's also used in the diagnosis and treatment of cancer because it has therapeutic agents and it serves as a drug carrier. It's also an everyday germ killer because nanosilver is added to washing machines, socks, toothbrushes, and everything like that, because it will kill bacteria and prevent sickness as well. And according to Sharon Ustoic, a freelance science journalist who lives in Toronto, Canada, in her 2015 article, Nanosilver Naughty or Nice, it neutralizes bacteria that causes smelly breath or stinky feet on your socks and toothbrushes. Nanosilver is in so many products that it's in 400 consumer products around the world. Even though nanosilver has very positive uses in our society today, these particles have many negative effects on our environment. Well, possible effects, actually. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's concern rose when washing products containing nanosilver. Previously mentioned article by researchers Georges Sautrou and Sautrous Pratnesis, these nanosilver particles are released into wastewater treatment plants, and they're released in the form of ions. So it's passed through the environmental compartments from water to sediment, soil to groundwater, to microorganisms, and to insects and mammals. But so far, there have been no direct risks found. But there was a study done called ProSuit, done on t-shirts containing nanosilver, and it was published on phys.org that is an article on investigating the environmental impacts of nanosilver. And they washed a t-shirt containing nanosilver, and they found that when washing it less than a conventional one, there were less risks on the environment. But again, this has a very small importance right now. So now that I've talked to you about what nanosilver is and what it is used for, its possible effects on the environment, let me talk to you about the possible effects on humans. So these little tiny nanosilver particles can fit into the cells of humans, and they are so small that they can get into the cells of humans and organisms as well. And because nanosilver has a very high surface area, this leaves rooms for lots of chemical reactions, which is very harmful. In the previously mentioned article by Sharon Ustoic, a researcher named Jim Hutchinson did a study on how nanosilver could be affecting humans when entering their cells. He looked at silver jewelry and eating utensils under a microscope, and he noticed that there were nanoparticles being released. And those nanoparticles were getting into the cells of humans, but he has found no risks from that. And it also could be causing cancer as well. There's a study done on mice, and they were given water for 5 days that contained nanosilver, and after examination, after those 5 days, there was DNA damage found in their red bone marrow, and this is the same type that leads to cancer in humans, such as lymphoma and leukemia. So remember how I talked about the gym? Well, now that you know what nanosilver is and its possible effects on the environment and humans, what will you do to make a change and to help our environment and even yourself?